knowing that Christ, having been raised from the dead, is what? Again, never to die again. Death no longer is master over him. For the death he died to sin once for all, but the life he lives to God. Look to your neighbor, say never. Look to your neighbor, say once. Okay, so how many times did Jesus die? Y'all are good. All right, when is he going to die again? Never. That's right. He died once for all. He's never dying again. That's not my words. That's the words of the Apostle Paul. Now, here's what you need to understand for you about being washed, justified, and sanctified before we move forward. All right? Romans chapter 6, verse 5. Look at what Paul says. For if we have become, now that if is for us the meaning that we have for the word since. All right? So since we have become united with him in the likeness of his death, certainly we shall also be in the likeness of his resurrection. You are in the likeness of his death. We just talked about your old self being crucified. Okay? If you are in the likeness of his death, how many times did Jesus die? Once. How many times were you crucified? Once. That's right. When is Jesus going to die again? Never. When do you have to be crucified again? I don't know if some of y'all get that. Because you've been told that you got to keep going back to the cross. You got to die daily. You got to keep going back and asking for God to do something that he has already done. If you are in the likeness of his death and he died once for all, never to die again, then you know what that means about your crucifixion? That it happened one time and it's never to happen again. So what does that mean about you being washed and being removed from the consequences of your sin? When does that have to happen again? Now, see, some of y'all really struggle with that. Some of you really struggle with that. But I just painted you a picture, black and white in the Word. That if you're in the likeness of his death, and through your faith in him and his death, you were washed. That through your crucifixion, God took away the old, replaced it with the new, fixed what was broken, and took away the consequences of sin. Once for all, never to have to happen again.